But this time that streak here at the bank gets broke, man. And Cincinnati can't come in here and get this win. Andy Dalton, he's got to learn how to win the games he ain't supposed to win. You know, if Cincinnati's going to progress farther. I know we only made the playoffs back-to-back one time in our franchise history. But I think this season right here, we got it. Anyway. Like I said, it's an M&T. It's hard to win in the bank, but I got the Bengals winning at 21-17, 24-16, right around in there.
Say that one more time. What?
Tigers, Bengal kittens. That's it there, yeah.
Bengals suck? You know the Bengals suck and you live in fucking Ireland?
Yeah, that's how much they suck.
Fuck!
They suck internationally. It's part of your foreign policy. Bengal suck ass.
What's up, guys? It's Be More Ravens Online, back with another video against the Bengals this week. Mr. D made a video, and he made some good points in that video, addressing a few Ravens fans for real. Not seeing the clear side of it. It's a tough place to play at the bank. It's pretty much like last year, unwinnable. It's not gonna happen. Of course, our player, Mr. Bernard Polland, the guy who can be on the blitz 1 minute and be in the back the next, who's going to have no problem after the Cincinnati Bengals receiving core and the of course the quarterback there, the ginger, little Andy Dalton, who thinks he can connect with AJ Green and have no problem with it. First of all, you're going up against a hardcore Ravens secondary who's something you haven't seen this year at all whatsoever. We have our secondary boasted, fucking tremendous. Ed Reed's, still coming back playing healthy. The ball hog there. Darius Webb's going to have a great year. Williams is going to have a great year. We expect Sean Constantine to have a good year, and the secondary is going to be the best that pretty much anybody has seen from Baltimore in quite some time. One of the best in the league, maybe. You could possibly even say that. So I don't think AJ Green's going to have a great day in Baltimore's defense. AJ Green and Andy Dalton, they kind of run similar game to game. As much as I've seen in preseason and in previous games. Same running routes, same running lanes, and it gets predictable. And when it gets predictable, it gets exploited. Baltimore is defense, it's going to exploit it. You're missing your center and your key offensive linemen. They're gonna try to bolster as much as they can that offensive line, but Baltimore's D-line, Dalton, of course, he's going to be under pressure. He's going to make mistakes, and that's where the forced fumbles come in, possible interceptions, multiple sacks. We got Jameel McClain, stepped up his leadership role last year, tremendous football player, and of course, Ray, not a chance coming after your offensive lineman. The offensive line is weak. It can be exploited, and I've seen that in preseason. Just like every team, every weakness can be exploited, and Baltimore's D-line is going to find that way. Not to mention Terrence Cody's going to play the top level this year. There's no doubt in my mind. Albert McLean in place of Terrell Suggs going to be playing his heart out. So the D-line's going to be really, really, really fired up and wanting nothing to do but break that offensive line down. And I've seen in preseason, I've seen in some of your training videos, it's not hard to do. A lot of weaknesses there. Again, AJ Green, Dalton doesn't worry me. Of course, the running back situation with Ben Ellis, straight up, he's a no fumble guy, but that's kind of impossible against Baltimore. The run defense for the Baltimore Ravens is going to be phenomenal this year. One thing we're not going to do is we're not going to let anybody get those big rushing yards on us, and he's not going to be one of the guys. He's never done it against Baltimore. He's never going to do it against Baltimore. Fumbles, I have a feeling that's going to change this game. I think Baltimore's coming in hitting hard on their home turf. And this guy's going to get tripped up a lot during the game. And of course, Monday Night Football, the first game here in Baltimore since '07, get tripped up a lot of pressure on him, a lot of pressure on that run game for the Bengals. Like Baltimore's always, put on the Cincinnati Bengals. We've had a couple times where you guys have got a lot of rushing yards on us, but this time Baltimore focuses a lot of attention on that receiving core, focuses a lot of attention on that offensive line, focuses a lot of attention on the ginger Andy Dalton, and a lot of attention on that running game. There's your forced fumbles. First forced fumble possibly of Ellis' career. First almost by the quarterback, wrong snaps, confusion. I just see this being a bad setup for both the Cincinnati Bengals, who's going to come in here thinking they can just exploit Baltimore's weaknesses. They're going to say Terrell Suggs is not healthy, and you're this and you're that. It's not going to be the end. Pac-Man Jones, he don't scare nobody. Jonathan Joseph, man, losing him was a big part for the Cincinnati Bengals. Nate Clemens is good, but Joe and this no huddle offense is going to bring tremendous pressure for the Bengals defense to stop, and they're not going to be able to do it. Joe, this quick no huddle offense down the field with some mixed up, some at times different running lanes, different setups, different routes, running different routes with Smith, Bolden. Torrey Smith could have a breakout game this game with Anquan Bolden, with Jacoby Jones and some others. Flacco, great arm on him, and there's no doubt he's going to mix it up and make sure that the backfield of the Bengals, the defense of the Bengals, can't read his mind, and there's no doubt he'll be successful with that. I mean, it'll be a few times. Offensive line has to step up because Cincinnati does have some good defensive linemen, but I've seen in preseason your defense under tremendous pressure does collapse at times, just like everybody's, but a little bit more for real. And running game, hell no. Ray Rice is going to be on his toes. Ray Rice and Bernard Pierce are going to be on their feet this game, as well as Vontae Leach, and we're coming with the running game as well. Mix it up a little bit, hit you with the run to pass, wear you down on defense, and then boom, 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 hit you with our defense, knock you out your offense, and we're going to take it for real. And there's no doubt about this. Baltimore takes this game. I'm not going to predict the score, but it's in the bank. I mean, that's really all I got to say. Tremendous pressure from the fans. You guys sit there and say that we blame training camp and we blame this. No, we don't blame that, just like you shouldn't blame it. You're a fluke organization. You've always been a fluke organization. The Bengals will never see a Super Bowl. I mean, Baltimore will see fucking 6 or 7 before Cincinnati sees their first or second. So, I mean, it's simple as that. Don't blame it on nothing, but you're just a fluke organization. You have some success, but that's it. You're not going to win a division. You're not going to win any titles. You could get us 1 or 2 games. Not this game, not in the bank. Not what I'm seeing from the Bengals. I mean, there's just no way. Just how it is. Straight up. You talk about how Baltimore is this and Baltimore's that, and you give us respect, and I appreciate that for real. We all appreciate it, but I'm telling you, just too much overconfidence for the Bengals is going to lead to your demise. Not to mention, I've seen you guys in preseason. We messed up as well, but we're ready. We're tightened up, bolstered up, and we're ready to go for real. We got the weapons to attack, and it's not really just watching the tape like Grubb says, watching the tape and getting used to it, and that helps your team. Nah, we watch how you've played in preseason. We know your weaknesses. We know how to exploit them. You think you know how to exploit them. You think you know how to exploit Suggs. You think you know how to exploit the defense and our offense. Defense is going to hit you with the 1-2 punch from the D-line and backfield, take out Andy Dalton, take out the run game, maybe pretty much take down your receiving game, your passing game. Then we're going to hit you on the offense, wear that defense down, and score a couple of touchdowns and some field goals with our new kicker, Justin Tuck.